It's pretty good stuff, guys. Pretty clever and amazing. Oh man. All right, let's get back to it. Sorry. Hopefully you're making it over to like the what 13th live stream here. I gotta go find out where it is. Oh boy, there we go. So I think I've messed this up every which way but Sunday. Oh, all right, we're gonna do this one last little time. All right, there it is. That's all. That's all. All right. Now I've talked about in the past, you know, being able to uh, not have to see my freakouts, but some days I get close. It's not always a winner. Anyway, uh, here we go. Let's open this guy up and see how well Captain America fits in the Project IJ. We're gonna go ahead and leave the shield at home. I suppose I could do, you know, something like that, or maybe just throw it in the back. I don't know. What That's his shield. He's pew, 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 pew. Like I said, this is my first doll in about 100 years. So that's awesome. Uh, let's get him out here. So he's got two hands. That is not the middle finger. It is not the middle finger. I promise you. But I am gonna need. No, no, maybe I won't. Got finger pointing up. One. Captain America is number one. We're definitely putting that on. We're gonna hang that out the windows. That is loud and obnoxious. Sorry, I keep getting on here, guys. I'm trying to get this all figured out. So there he is. Bends knees, elbows. It's all that stuff. Sorry, homie. We'll get you put back together here in just a second. Gotta get that number one. I'm number one. Number one, baby. So now watch him not fit in there. I don't know if he's gonna fit in there. Bend your knees, fella. Very broad in the shoulder. All right, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to bend a little bit more than feels comfortable, sir. It says I have one person viewing. Not sure who that might be. Oh, I might have to do a little zip tie action. I don't know what you're allowed to do with this. Like I said, it's my first time ever having one of these uh, action figures in a vehicle. So Not really sure what the rules are as far as can you tie them in there, how you're allowed to tie them in there, and whatnot. Unfortunately, he does not have an. Oh, I mean, he has a like a knife hand. He has like a little knife hand, but he doesn't have. And then he has a fist, and the other one that's on his hand is a fist also. Um, so there isn't one that has an open grip that I can put on his hand and the steering wheel. Yeah, we'll just throw that in there. I got a shock that's coming apart on this side, so but there you can see him inside there. Captain America driving the IJ. It's beautiful. So let's talk a little bit more about this IJ now that we got Captain in there. Put the plastic over here. We'll put his extra hands over there. What do I do with your head, fella? Oh, he had an extra head. He's lost his head. A little thirsty. Yeah. So this started out as the Vanquish Trucks of Fortune. Um, I think I probably talked about this in the past. The Trucks of Fortune, anyways. I got the aluminum axle housings. They're the SPG tan. So I figured what better vehicle to put a limited edition color on than a vehicle that is really just kind of a trail rig until you drop it. We'll talk about that in a second. Um, but yeah, we're this is going to be kind of a trail rig, just kind of a fun scale. I'll get a cooler for the back and some other little scale goodies. But this is going to be, you know, just for tooling around. So not going to beat on it too hard. Just kind of for fun. Did the impacts on this guy in gray, um, and like I said, I'm going to do a couple more things to it. I want more of a scale tire to it. Uh, and maybe something just a little bit more offset just to kind of poke it out there a little bit. That's kind of what I would, if I was going to do a Jeep, that's kind of what I would want to do, like a one-to-one Jeep. So uh yeah, so I want it to kind of look like I would want to have it. And I will probably stretch the back out just a little bit. I don't know if I'll do the front just because things start getting pretty tight. um the further forward you go. And I might have to do some frame modification, which I really don't want to do. I want to keep this as stock as you can. It's far from stock, but as stock as I can. Yeah, so that's that. I mean, it's a beautiful Jeep. They do great work. The unfortunate thing was watching the Rock Pirates live stream the other day. As I was like just mounting it, I hadn't even run it inside yet. I mean, the truck I had run, um, but with the IJ body on it, takes a little bit of time to get it installed, even though it did come uh, fully assembled, um, in beautiful condition and packaged greatly. Um, I, took me probably hour and a half to get everything on it sitting correctly to get it mounted. And like I said, I was watching the Rock Pirates live stream as I was doing it or as I was finishing it up. I put a battery in it, which there's no battery in it. I put a battery in it and was getting ready to set it down on the ground, and it slipped out of my hand. Uh, and as you can see, broke a grill, broke the bumper, yada yada. Um, and thank you to everybody on the Rock Pirates. They had a little moment of silence for my dropped IJ as I had mentioned that I was amid panic. Anyways, I touched base with Jordan over there at Redline Designs, and like I said, if you ever need anybody, it's right here, Redline Designs. Go check them out. They've got good stuff. He's got some great stuff that he's made. This dovetail is him and another gent's creation. Um, he's really innovating what we got going on and changing things up. Plus, they come out beautiful. And don't let this fool you. This is my fault. I literally dropped it from the height of this table face first onto the ground. Um, it's not a light bump. It was literally a 9-pound truck slamming into this small area. Doesn't matter what you got, it's going to break or bend at that point. So that's what we ended up with. No fault of his own, but he is taking care of me on this and he is printing me some more parts so that I can get this guy put back together and ready for um, my next thing that I'm doing that's coming up, or next event type thing that I've got coming up. And I'll put a link to it in the video. It's the Giants Playground, Pipestone. It's a crawling event, um, little night crawling action. I think some of the guys have a little scale town that they're putting together, or each of some of the guys have made some scale things to put in a town, and all of them together are going to be a town. So I'm excited to run stuff like this and get some video kind of in a scale area and see what everybody else thinks of this. Anyway, um, it's a it's a work in progress. I think I'm going to do different shocks on this guy, make it a little bit taller, and like I said, I'm going to get it a little bit wider. I might even go with a little bit bigger of a tire. I want to stick with the 1.9-inch wheels, but I kind of want to have something with just a little bit of wide meat to it, just so that it looks good. Yep. So that's that. We'll get this guy out at um, Giants Playground. I think that's May. I'll put the link to it. It's May something. We'll put this guy back on the shelf. Sorry about the armpit picture. Let's talk about this guy real quick. Hey, it looks like we got somebody in here. How's it going? If you got any questions, let me know. Look at that. You guys caught me twice in the same day. Battery in the truck. This one I was actually just dinking around with, so that's why that's in there. Anyways, I'm using multiple rigs to do some tire scrubbing. Um, these are going to be an option for the comp truck for this year. Um, Plus, this is a really fun truck to play with. This one also needs shocks. Like I need shocks everywhere. Um, shocks. But my issue is I dance things around trying to find the correct size. The size that uh, comes on them are definitely not what I was after. This is a Red Cat Ascent Fusion. Great rig. If you're looking to uh, purchase a rig that's really kind of ready to go, I would get one of these. Wheels and tires are something I do on everything just because that puts a little bit of my personal pizzazz on there, which I like. Um, this one got a different body because the other body got tore up. Part of the game. They get they get new bodies every once in a while. So that being said, this is fun to run around. Derek, my one of my really good buddies, um, he ran this one just a couple weeks ago in a video you might see up there. Um, but we're scrubbing in tires, getting ready for comp season, which is coming up. Um, this, like I said, squid inserts in these guys because I like the squid inserts. Uh, Neil is a Bozeman guy. It's a Bozeman based business. I've known him for a very long time due to his old line of business and my continued line of business. Um, and I'm really glad that he's made it and succeeding doing something that he enjoys. So good for you, Neil, and thank you for providing something for our amazing hobby here. Um, yeah, I mean, I just kind of brought this one out just to kind of show you. Um, I haven't seen any comments yet, so I don't really have anything new to talk about. But um, yeah, so that's that guy. That was my first paint job ever. It came out okay. Color wise, I liked it a lot. I learned a bunch of stuff on there, about properly scuffing, and how thick you want to go for each coat. Because I think that's where a lot of my issue came from is super thick in some areas. Get that one up out of the way. Cold Turkey's back over here. Um, That's a Vanquish H10 optic. It's got those Mias panels. If you've been watching the channel for a while, or if you know me, see me out crawling out here in Southwest Montana, you may have seen that one. You'll also see videos of that up in here. Um, these are the minis. I'll talk to you guys about minis here in a little bit. But uh, yeah, that Cold Turkey, that was my 1 year sobriety rig. It's got some cool stuff on it. I spent a lot of money on making that one pretty. It does perform, but it's heavy, so it's not like a comp rig. Eventually, I'm going to throw four-wheel steer on that guy just to make it a little bit more capable. But again, it won't be competition ready. Um, yeah, it won't be competition ready, and it never will be. That's more kind of a fun commemorative rig. Uh, Comp rig we kind of already covered. Controller we talked about a little bit. What else can I talk about here? Wonder if I have like comments turned off or something. No, looks like they're going. All right. Yeah, so I don't know really what else to talk about. I was hoping to get an hour out of out of this, and we're at 48 minutes, 30 minutes of which I was fumbling around trying to get a live stream to work. I'm sorry, that really sucked. Um, and I will do better for next week. Um, Also, as things kind of get a little bit better, or as I progress further along, I'll get a little bit better of equipment and obviously refine my process uh, on how to do this. Um, as in everything in my life, it's a work in progress. But the studios come along. I really do like the space I have here. You guys are only supposed to see this side. You're not supposed to see the junk over there or everywhere else other than this space. So, thought process being, as we kind of progress along, things will get better, especially with uh, the equipment and stuff. Right now, that's an iPhone. That's an iPad that I'm just watching myself on so I can see comments and stuff. But I'm not 100% positive comments are working. Um, yeah. Uh, what can we talk about? What else can we talk about? Oh, let's talk about these minis. All right. I have such a hard time, like as I'm getting older, I have a hard time seeing things. So these little mini buggers, I'm actually getting away from. I've got some here that I'm actually going to put up for sale here shortly at incredible deals. so that someone else can take and enjoy them, because they are very much fun. My eyeballs do not work, and it's not getting any better. So I'm moving away from these completely. That being said, on whatever day, a couple days ago here, I was down at the local hobby shop. That hobby shop is uh, Hobby Shack. It's inside Radio Shack here in Bozeman. Um, check them out. They've got a great inventory. They've got some, Axial, Red Cat, a lot of Traxxas. Um, they've got a little bit of everything. But he had just got in. They move so quick that he had just got in some of the SCX 30s. I promised myself that I wasn't going to buy one, um, but I did. The reality of this guy for me is I am not going to be doing any modifications to this. This is going to be something that I plug in the battery and I drive it around on the desk a little bit. I do not care to comp this size or this size. It is fun to go and play and hang out with friends. So if you want, I'm going to do an unboxing video of this. I'll probably release it midweek this week. Um, but yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I'll talk about a little bit about the collaboration I've got going on. So Radio Shack or Hobby Shack, inside of Radio Shack at Bozeman. Uh, I'm working with those guys just a little bit on trying to create some interest. Um, not not that they don't have interest created, but as I'm kind of starting to do this, I'm wanting to expand what I'm doing into um, more something that makes sense. Someone's driving by on a Harley. Very cool. Um, so as I've gotten into this, I've been trying to find ways to kind of gauge what I've got going on, and kind of my own theory of what me being successful at this little hobby is. So I've tried to, like Red Cat. I love Red Cat. You've probably heard my Red Cat story. Um, Darren at Red Cat saved Christmas 6, 7 years ago. I can't remember. I can't find the email. But my son's first rock crawler, and yep, he it came out of the box. We got about 10 minutes out of it, and something happened. And he sent us a whole box full of goodies to get it all taken care of. And we've never had a problem with it since. Um, so Red Cat, I love them. So they're the first company that I am kind of messing around with. This is Red Cat. I have an affiliate link. I'll put that in the description down below so that you guys can check out Red Cat if you are interested in buying something. It does help me out a little bit. It eventually will, if enough happens through it, it will provide content for what we're going to do around here. As comp season and summer season are kind of amping up around here, you guys will see me doing a lot more of the run style video. I'm not sure how we ended up with Chris, but I don't want to have any copyright stuff come up. So, Chris, I love you. If 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 you, I don't know if it's okay to do so or not, but if you uh, don't mind me putting your videos up there, I would do that. I do enjoy uh, kind of what you're offering there. You're away from kind of where I am, but I admire your honesty and what you do, and bringing that to us. So I appreciate you. As I do everybody who's involved in the RC community. I know that um, Beef Tubes has just moved to Montana. They're up in the Great Falls area, which is opposite side of the state from where I am. But that they brought that business to Montana. They're taking that global, which is awesome, and I wish them nothing but the best of luck. I know things were kind of rocky with the old owner and old ownership, um, but let's give Joseph a shot. Let's make it. Let's let him bring that back. Um, so I will, and I have plans to continue to grab some stuff in hopes that everything turns out great. Always been a great product. Um, Excited that they're here in Montana. Uh, so I do that. Squid inserts. The local, the Hobby Shack. All these are local businesses and local people who are pushing for the hobby. So I appreciate them and will support them. Yeah. That being said, I'm gonna do a couple commercial type things with Hobby Shack. Uh, I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I get the opportunity to say everything as candidly as possible. And if I ever do take a sponsorship, I still will say everything as candidly as possible, including that this was provided by a company. If it was provided by a company. At this point, I have nothing that has been provided by a company other than that sign and an affiliate link. The sign there actually came in with a bulk order of other things, um, and I think they may have just dropped it in the box, uh, or just to thank you for the purchase. So that I got, but since I have an affiliate link, I have put them up on the board. Um, because I know Neil, I'm hoping that one day soon, when he gets some more flyers made, he'll set me up with a little something that I could put, you know, somewhere over here. For now, to promote Neil's company, SL3D RC Squid Inserts. Um, I've got his bag there. Um, I need to get an insert so I can put it up on my wall, just to insert not in a tire. I've got a bunch of them there, but they're all located in a row in a set of tires. Um, but I'd like to get one to throw up there. Redline Designs. He Jordan had got a little bit of glue on. Uh, Jordan got a little bit of glue on this hood, so he decided to reprint another one before he shipped it out. Before he shipped out the Jeep to me. So he said, "I'm just going to throw this in there." I told him, "Throw your signature on there. I'll put a sticker up on it, and he'll forever be on the wall of loved products." I've got a Hobby Wing thing up there. It is a little bit inappropriately placed because this is supposed to be my American company, and Hobby Wing is not an American company. Although I do very much love them, but I don't have another place for things and companies that I like outside of this one. So that's where it lives for now. And maybe I should just change it to not American companies and mostly American companies. I will at some point get some Holmes Hobby stuff up there. I just don't have anything that's not installed currently that would work as a display. Um, but I'd love to have something up there. I do love America. America's not perfect, but as long as we all work together, it'll get better. Be cheesy. Um, and I like to promote things that come from local areas. So Montana beef tubes, SL3D squid inserts. I know there's a couple more guys up in the Great Falls area that I know I'm missing out at. Hobby shop owners, Bozeman Billings, Kalispell, Columbia Falls, all of you guys nationwide. Thank you very much. Appreciate everything that you do. Keep it up. Let's support them so they don't go away. Um, Very difficult business to make it in, and I wish all of you the best of luck. Um, well, I think that's kind of going to wrap it up for today. I didn't see any comments. Not sure if I did it correctly. Um, But I appreciate everybody who popped in or sees this on the, I'm gonna call it a rerun, just because that's what we do from the 80s. So if you watch this on rerun, I hope you like it and that it wasn't too discombobulated. I'm sure a great highlight reel or blooper reel would come from all of the crap that happened to get to this short stream. But like I said, I'm going to work on it more, and hope for betterment of the next one. All right, guys. I appreciate you very much. If you've made it through to this point of the video, or even tried to, I appreciate you a lot. Um, we'll keep it going and keep stuff coming up. Like I said, we're going to do an unboxing video on the old SCX30, and we will drive it around its natural terrain, which to me is a desktop. Um, right around here-ish. We'll go ahead and do that and do a little video out there. I might even put a rock on here and try to climb over that. But I'm gonna try see what's going on, mess with that thing a little bit. So if you made it this far, I love you guys, appreciate you. Mom, happy birthday. Her birthday was on Friday. We're having dinner this evening. Can't wait to see you. Appreciate you very much. Dad, make sure you keep her in line over there, or maybe Mom, make sure you keep Dad in line over there. However you want to work that one out. Keep each other in line. All right, guys. I love you. Appreciate you. If you haven't, subscribe. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. I try to respond to everybody. And yeah, I appreciate you. I'm Mike D. This is High Mountain RC. Hope you guys have a great day.